So last night, Lucasfilm officially announced what Project Luminous is going to be, and we will be exploring the High Republic era. Now, the rumors that were speculating during September seem to be partially correct now, but there's a lot of interesting things that I like about this idea that they're going for, and there's a few things that I have questions about. That's making me debate about them going to this particular time within Star Wars, and there's a lot of things that I'm not okay with. So let's go right into it. So obviously, we do know that so according to the rumors, that it did say that we will be going 200 years before the events of the Skywalker saga, basically being the prequel trilogy. So anything before Phantom Menace is what we're going to be exploring. Now, we don't know exactly how long they're going to be exploring this era. I'm just going to possibly say 3 years about this. And this is a time of, this is the golden age of peace within this timeline. The Jedi of this era is like the Jedi Knights of the Round Table, basically taking inspiration from King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, which is Middle Age themed, which I do like. That's pretty cool. They're gonna introduce so many new characters, such as new smugglers, new scoundrels, and bounty hunters besides the Jedi. And there's a new villain that's called the Nile, which is Space Vikings, which is pretty interesting. Now, I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to get to that later on. And core characters will be changed a lot. Now, the reason why I say that is because they did say that there will be no movies planned unless the High Republic era is popular by the fans. So we're just going to be getting books and comics for about 2 to 3 years. Now, there's not going to be a single movie about the High Republic era. Now, I think that's a good thing that they're doing, but I also think that it's a very risky and bad move, because you're going to have no films promoting this, and there's not a lot of people who like to read, and I'm one of those people and everything. There's a lot of Star Wars fans who don't collect Star Wars novels and Star Wars comics, so that's going to be a very interesting thing. There's going to be a new Jedi that we're going to be introduced, and he's going to be like a Texas Ranger patrolling planets and stuff, and which is really cool. I do like that they're doing Western themes, because when George Lucas did the original trilogy, he was taking inspiration from Western films, which happened to be a very popular thing back in the day. And after the success of The Mandalorian, it does seem like they're trying to jump on that train of success, so which is pretty cool. But there's a lot of interesting things as well, and if you actually spotted within the trailer footage that they showed for Project Luminous and the story group for the High Republic era, it shows that there's a lot of ideas and creativity that this story group has, and they have like this little sections between fiction, Star Wars, and Star Wars wishes. Some of the Star Wars wishes is that some people would like to see dinosaurs come into Star Wars, which, okay, dinosaurs are cool, but in Star Wars sounds pretty interesting. Apparently, people want Chaos Agents, rival houses to be introduced with this new era of Star Wars, which is really cool. And there's a lot, and for some reason, someone had put University, which just seems very interesting. Someone mentioned the Sith Empire, which is possibly teasing Old Republic, and honestly, there's a lot of things that they're going for. They're going to be introducing new droids as well, new ships, and everything, new types of... There's going to be space and lightsaber battles, which is going to be really cool and interesting. So I wonder if the Sith are even going to be involved in this era. and everything playing in the background of all this. There's going to be humor, feelings, relatable characters, surprise, and an actual ending with all this. So apparently these guys are trying to call out. Well, now, when someone pointed this out that this story group didn't like the Rise of Skywalker, which there was a lot of people who did, and want to give this era of Star Wars an actual ending, which is okay, and I do love that. So, we're going to go into some of my questions and some of my concerns that I have for this era of Star Wars is that why is it only 200 years before the Rise of Skywalker? Why not 800 or 900? Because the Jedi have 2,000 and like 2,500 years of history and everything. Like, obviously at the beginning, yes, it could have been like a brotherhood type thing at the beginning when the Jedi Order was founded, but how come at 200 years before before the Skywalker saga, how come these guys were like the brotherhood and everything? They were the Knights of the Round Table type thing. It doesn't really make sense to me unless we're going to be exploring, like, these group of characters we're going to be exploring are in the council. It doesn't make really sense to me why they chose that time period, because they don't have a lot of creativity for 200 years, because we do know what happens with the Jedi and stuff. And how come there's a hate now, if you think about it, because 1,000 years before the prequel trilogy happened, then there was another Sith Empire versus Jedi and the Republic war going on. And if you look at it, if they're doing 200 years before the prequel trilogy, there was an 800-year gap between the Old Republic and the High Republic. So that's pretty mind-boggling for me, how there's 800 years between the Old Republic and the High Republic era that they're doing and everything. So time frame that they're doing the High Republic, not a good idea. 200 years is way too close to the prequel trilogy. I would say best shot 800 years before the prequel trilogy. Otherwise, they're not going to have much creativity at all with these characters and everything, and especially with the Jedi, if they're trying to explore the Jedi in this thing at all. And it's really interesting, honestly. I'm excited for this, but I'm also very, very skeptical about this new era of Star Wars, because we're not going to get any movies at all, and we're not even going to get a TV show. I wish they announced that, hey, we're going to get a TV series to help support the High Republic to get fans interested. If they did it like a TV show for Disney Plus, I think that would have been a much better shot for it. And also, fun fact, if you guys didn't know, this story group has been hanging out with each other for 5 years, and this basically says that these guys have planned this out these guys have planned this new era of Star Wars very carefully, unlike what they did with the sequel trilogy, because they were just trying to get their $4.8 billion back when they paid for Lucasfilm and everything. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts about Project Luminous, the High Republic era. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you excited, or are you debating, or are you like, nah, I'm not gonna focus on this? So that's pretty much it, and that's all the time I have for you guys. So, Gamer out.